Operations are getting more intense on the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. The order has come. The ship is getting ready to take on a new load of weapons, including missiles and ammunition needed for ongoing combat missions. F/A-18 Super Hornets and F-35C Lightning IIs are always flying missions over Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. The focus is now on something else. A bigger operation is coming together. The goal is to completely unblock the Strait of Hormuz. The air wing needs to be ready. The Lincoln is part of a bigger group. Carrier Strike Group 10 left Naval Station Norfolk on March 31st, and the USS George H.W. Bush is already on its way. There are more than 5,000 people on board. The group is crossing the Atlantic, which brings them closer to the Middle East. It moves with the help of USS Ross, USS Donald Cook, and USS Mason, which add more firepower and layers of defense. In about 3 weeks, they should be here. The USS Tripoli is already in the CENTCOM area, where it has been since March 27th. These ships work together to make up a forward force that can operate at a high tempo for a long time. An ammunition resupply ship has also moved into place next to the Lincoln. The transfer starts right away. Pallets of air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, cannon rounds, and important spare parts are ready to be moved. This is a combined evolution of vertical replenishment and connected replenishment that takes place while both ships are still moving. There is always movement on the flight deck, but it is controlled. Crew teams clear space and mark areas where things can be received. MH-60s one after another, Seahawk helicopters take off, carrying cargo from the supply ship through the air. The cargo handling units below are getting the connected lines ready. Between the ships, there are steel cables. Trolleys are locked onto crates and pushed across the water, where they hang over the open water while both ships cut through the sea side by side. Weapons elevators are ready and in sync with the flow. When ammunition arrives, it is moved below deck to safe magazines. There is no break. The next step, rearming the air wing, starts right away. The ordnance teams take over. Missiles are rolled into place and put on wing stations. Pylons are used to lift and hold guided bombs. Connections for electricity are locked in. We check systems, and then we check them again. Onboard fire control checks each weapon. The indicators turn green one at a time. The speed matches the demand. The Lincoln's air wing has been working at a steady pace, with constant strikes, drone interceptions, and patrol missions using up existing stockpiles. This is not a normal resupply. This is a planned reload that is timed for what comes next. Across the Lincoln and the Tripoli, available air power now reaches approximately 65 combat aircraft. The force is sufficient to maintain continuous pressure. Iranian military infrastructure remains under observation and engagement. Fixed installations, missile production facilities, and hardened launch sites carved into mountainous terrain continue to be targeted. These launch points are difficult to neutralize. Hidden within rock, they deploy, fire, and withdraw in minutes. Precision is required. Repetition is necessary. The current sortie rate allows both. Airspace over the Strait of Hormuz remains under constant control. Even without the incoming strike group, the existing carrier presence maintains dominance over both air and sea. Threat assessments remain active. Ballistic missile strikes against moving carriers are unlikely to succeed. These weapons rely on fixed trajectories. Carriers do not hold position. Speed and direction shift constantly. By the time a missile reaches its target zone, the ship has already moved. Short-range threats remain more immediate. Iranian anti-ship cruise missiles, including Noor and Qadr, operate within limited engagement windows. Countermeasures are already in place. F-35 stealth fighters extend the defensive perimeter, entering contested airspace undetected, locating launch systems, and neutralizing them before activation. Around the carriers, layered defenses remain active. Escort destroyers deploy SM-2 and SM-6 interceptors. Sea Sparrow systems provide mid-range coverage. Phalanx close-in weapons stand ready as the final barrier. Above the surface, control is maintained. Below it, the threat persists. Naval mines remain the primary obstacle in the strait. Their deployment is deliberate and concealed. Small civilian vessels, often fishing boats, move through normal maritime traffic, releasing mines into key lanes under cover of routine activity. Once deployed, the mines disappear from view. Some rest on the seabed, others float at controlled depths. Each one waits, triggered by magnetic, acoustic, or pressure signatures from passing ships. This is the remaining challenge. Air and naval superiority cannot eliminate the source alone. A ground operation is under consideration. The objective is clear: secure the Iranian coastline along the strait, including ports, naval bases, and launch points used for mine deployment. Forces are already positioned. Marine units aboard the Tripoli prepare for amphibious insertion. MV-22 Ospreys and helicopter assets stand ready. Additional elements include airborne forces staged in Qatar and special operations units operating in the region. There are many ways to get in: landings on the coast by amphibious vehicles, airborne drops behind enemy lines. Once they were in place, ground troops would stop mines from being deployed at their source. Patrols continue without stopping above the strait. H-64 Apache helicopters fly in circles at low altitudes over open water. Sensors keep scanning. Before Iranian Shah drones reach their targets, they are found, tracked, and shot down. Engagement happens right away. Chain guns go off, missiles are launched, targets are taken out of the air. At the same time, monitoring the surface goes on. Any ship that looks like it wants to hurt someone is immediately dealt with. The rotation never stops. One patrol leaves and another takes its place. Coverage stays the same all day and all night. Everything is now moving. The Air Force is getting new weapons. There are layers to naval defenses. The ground troops are getting ready. Not yet open is the strait, and the next step is already taking shape. Thanks for watching. This is Global Decode 13, where we break down global power, strategy, and geopolitics in simple terms. No noise, no hype, just clear understanding. If you want to see what's really happening beneath the headlines, make sure you're here for the next Decode. I'll see you in the next one.